Click live, and we're live. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. It's a nice Thursday, and I'm kind of relaxed here with Blake. Blake's got a good background. Blake, is that your mantle above a fireplace?
I wish. Yeah. No, this is this is not real.
I'm just joking with you, dude.
Don't have one of these in my apartment, unfortunately.
I love that, dude. I love that. Well, thanks for being with us, and today we're going to focus on postcards. And this is a pretty cool feature, man. I love that Command has this. The tough part is that most agents don't use this, so they haven't dived into this or been able to explore all the cool things on this. And we're going to show you how to do that because you should definitely be using this. They made it super easy. Let's see where people are from just to say hi to everybody. Santa Barbara. Who is Anthony Spot? Oh yeah, don't worry about that. That's AJ. My name changed to Anthony for the day. Redondo, Santa Clarita, West LA, and then if you're joining us through Facebook, hello. Blake, let's get to this, man.
Let's jump into it. We're going to do these postcards, and so I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to jump into Command, and everything that we're going to be doing is all contained within Command. So we're going to be, designing a postcard. And then we're also going to be actually sending them out without ever having to leave the platform, right? So what I'm going to do is we're going to go and kind of divert our focus to the campaigns tab within Command. And so I'm just going to, agent.kw.com like I do for everything else, agent.kw.com.
I mean, at this time, you should have saved that on your, right underneath the domain name there on that bar.
I got you right here.
Not you, but everybody else.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, exactly. And so you just sign in using, your regular KW login credentials. And then we're going to go and look at that campaigns tab on the side. So just going right down the side there to campaigns.
Easy. Hey, Blake, can you show people how to just grab that KW dot whatever you went to, just so people know how to grab that and throw that into their bar?
Sure, yeah. So what I do is I'm going to go to agents.kw.com.
That's right? The one. Thank you.
And so when I go to this dashboard, I'm going to want to just, if I'm on Google Chrome, which you should be because we're using Command, we're going to click this star just on the right side. It says bookmark this tab, right? And then we can just hit done. And then now we're going to have this on our little bar forever.
Ooh, all right. So check this out. Take that off. Take that. I'm going to show you a little, all right, grab that. You see on the domain name, grab the little lock. Grab the little lock, and then just drag it in.
Ooh, learning something new today.
Shortcut.
Never knew that before.
That's why we get along, dude. You teach me stuff, I teach you stuff.
You teach me how to bookmark URLs a little bit faster.
I teach you all the easy
all about that. Yeah.
You teach us all the hard stuff. All right, let's get back into this, dude.
Very cool. All right, so we're in Command. We're going to go down to that campaigns tab. Typically, right, this is where we did the Facebook ads from the other week. But this time, we're going to be focusing primarily just on this direct mail, right? Worth noting, on that Facebook ad that we set up the other week, it got 19 leads. So not bad.
That's not bad, dude.
Not bad at all.
Where do those leads go to? Did you give them to an agent already, or should you just send them over to me?
I have something worked out with an agent, so
oh, that's terrible news, dude.
I pushed the leads off, and I can't believe you just made me say that publicly here. But
I don't want to talk to you. I thought all these leads were coming to me. I'm just joking, dude.
Next time.
I'm just joking with you. Go ahead.
All right, so we have a section here, for our direct mailers. It's just kind of like an overview of what we've sent out, to date, right? But if we want to start a new one, hang on, I'm gonna hit refresh here.
All right, we're on the.
It looks like.
Good. We're in the design section, or where'd you go? Campaigns, right?
Yeah, we're in campaigns. Okay, there we go. My computer was too small; it was hiding it, but. This create a new campaign button. That's what I was looking for.
You thought it disappeared.
I did. I was like, oh gosh, like of all times. But no, it was hiding. So I'm going to hit create a new campaign, top right corner on my campaigns tab. Right. And then we get to choose. Last time we did social ad paid. This time we're doing direct mail.
Ooh.
Easy enough.
Pretty easy
So then,
so far.
just like before, we're going to enter in a name for the campaign. So let's do for this one, I'm going to do like a just sold in
Okay.
Mount Olympus. So we're going to go Hercules dash just sold.
Perfect. So we just sold this one, ready to go. I'm excited.
Our goal, what do you think? I'm going to say attract listings.
Let's see here.
What do you think?
Yeah, dude.
Advertise.
No, that's actually good. Attract listings is what I want. That's what you typically do when you just sold one. Oh, you also do brand awareness, but I want to see attract listings.
Cool. So we'll throw it on there. And then we're going to scroll down, and we have two options here at the bottom, right? Okay, so this first one, it's default templates provided. That's just where we're going to be plugging in info and we get it set up. Uploading a custom template, this is where we're going to have to be. If we have something already created, we can actually upload it into Command and send it out through here. So, so in the Beverly Hills Market Center, we have a marketing guy who can, put together custom postcards for you, and then you upload them and then they get sent out. So I actually have like an example of one that was done like that. This was for an agent inside of our office, and it was totally custom, and then they uploaded it and sent it just directly.
Hold on. Let me unshare your screen so I can see that.
Gotcha.
Where'd you go? There you go. All right, show me that.
We got that new listing.
Ooh,
Got that branding at the bottom, and on the back, a few more photos. Ooh. Cutting in and out there. There you go. And then, just branding, Dream Living LA.
Oh, I know her.
More photos. Yeah, Tatiana.
Yeah, Tatiana. What's up, Tatiana? That was good. Good piece. So then they uploaded that directly into Command, and everything else was done in Command.
Exactly. Right. So that's one option that we could definitely go with. But what we're going to show today, just a little bit easier, is actually just these default templates provided. We can take a look at these.
They should have a sexy button there. Just click it, and then it creates a sexy thing for you.
Exactly. Yeah, we're working on that. I heard that idea was being tossed around. Perfect. Please do. Yeah.
Let me do that right now.
But then, so once we actually open up, the campaign itself, this should look pretty familiar, right? So it's everything that we're doing on the right side. We're going to want that green check mark there. So we're just going down this list. So we filled out the name and goal. Now we'll take a look at our listing details. Just like always, we're going to just choose a listing from the KWLS. Makes this easier all the time.
All right, easy.
I'm going to search my property address. I have one ready to go here, 2284 Hercules. A couple things I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to switch this from only my listings to all listings just so I can pick it up. And I'm going to go from active to all status just because this one's already sold.
Got it.
And so then I just select it from here. And so it pulls in most of the info already. I'm going to want to just go and look through it just to make sure it's all correct. I'll take off the city here and price. Perfect. And then this is where we can actually choose, what goes on it. So listing status, we want this to say just sold. This could say just listed or coming soon, but I'm going to do just sold. Then we have to do the bedroom bathroom count. So this one's actually 5 and 5.
All right. Love that.
And then we have a property description. So this is going to be what actually appears on the back of our postcard. So it's going to automatically populate, the description that we have written out on the KWLS. So we can, make this shorter. We can totally rewrite it. Something that I want to add on this is going to be kind of directing people what to do.
Okay.
Because we are ultimately going to be adding a QR code. We can see we have a little preview here. We'll definitely get into it, but I want people to scan the QR code. So I'm going to add at the end of my description, I'm going to say scan the QR code for more info and a personalized neighborhood update.
You really love your keyboard, huh?
Yeah, were you hearing that hard right now? Very cool. I'll ease up, huh?
Yeah.
Hit save. Then we're going to keep going down that list. We're going to pull in a listing photo. This is where it might get a little bit tricky, right? So if we choose one of these photos that pulled in automatically, we might get barked at here that it's low resolution. Since it's something that's going to be printed, we do want, high quality photos.
Massive high quality resolution.
Yeah. So
I don't want my pictures to be pixelized.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And so what we're probably going to have to do is go back to like our original files from, what our photographer sent us and upload those photos. So I do actually have one just kind of ready to go on my computer. So I'm just going to hit upload and replace image.
I feel like you were prepared for this, Blake.
I prepared a little bit. I did
There's
it a
no
couple times.
genuineness in that. I'm joking.
No? Do you want me just to be, I'll just be fumbling around, you know, messing everything up.
Everything and be like, I don't know where to put that picture. Let's just.
We're gonna sit here for a minute while I'm just trying to figure it out on my screen.
I love it. No, dude, thank you for being prepared. I really appreciate that. It makes it all much.
Try my best.
I want to answer one question though.
Please.
I've already had it asked 4 times.
Cool.
Is this recorded? This one is recorded. Wait, yes, we pressed the record button. Good. This one is recorded.
Wait, real quick, Tristan.
Yeah.
Is this recorded?
This one is recorded.
Okay, great. Okay, great.
And we uploaded it. We upload all of them to our YouTube channel when we remember to do it. So just check in 2 days. It should be up there. I just put the link up there. So do yourself a huge favor and just hit subscribe. And then after you subscribe, you have to click on the little bell, because if you don't click on the bell, you won't get a notification in your email when we upload a new video. So please just do that, subscribe, and then click on the little bell. Super easy. And let's go back to it. And Nazanin, no, it's not the designs tab. It's the campaigns tab that he's on. So the little megaphone on the left, just click on that, and that's where he's at. Great question, just in case you came in a little bit later. All right, back to you, Blake. Just had to make that announcement.
No, I love it. That's perfect. All right, so let's see. What did we just do? We just uploaded a listing photo, high resolution. So we're good to go there. We're going to keep kind of just going down this list. Agent, it pulled in listing agent number 1 on this. So I'm going to want to just swap this out with my own information. So, you know, first name, Blake Petska, enter in, ease up on the keyboard.
Dude, can you hear me typing? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I just want to show everybody how fast I can type. So,
well, I'm impressed.
Yeah, thank you. We're gonna have to upload a headshot here. So, what do you know? I do have one of these handy, ready to go. Upload the photo.
Oh, dude, you had to dig deep for that one, huh?
Yeah, exactly. No, I actually have that one in like 6 different folders on my laptop, just so I can pull it up quicker.
Love it.
Keep going down the list. We've got agent taken care of, so we're gonna look at market center. We're going to want to put, you know, whatever city we're with here. So this is going to be KW Beverly Hills. And then we're going to have to do our street address. So just type it in, you know, like we see it. Ours is North Cannon Drive, Suite 300, Beverly Hills.
Hey, while you're adding that, if somebody can't find their picture or, I'm sorry, their listing on the MLS, is it because may not be linked to the MLS? I mean, it could be a lot of things, but what are your thoughts here initially?
It could be a lot of things. My first suggestion is going to be to come back and make sure that you're doing all listings, not just only all listings, and then all status. That's going to give you like the best chance of everything coming up. If you have like an active listing that you have on the MLS, but it's not showing up on the KWLS, that's where you're going to want to get in touch with your market center leadership, and so we can kind of get that resolved, because that's something that should be syncing. So good question. But yeah, if you don't see it, just go and get in touch.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. Good one. All right, continue.
All right, so we typed in our address for the market center, and so what we actually have to do is hit verify address, and then this is going to kind of cross-check it, and then we're going to have a corrected address here. So we're going to choose the one that's correct, obviously, right? And then what I want to do is upload another DBA logo. I wish this pulled in from the marketing profile. I don't know why it doesn't, but we're gonna have to just upload it again. Hopefully you have a DBA logo handy, and it just so happens that I do.
Oh, look at that.
So now this one's good to go. We've verified the address, uploaded the market center, and now we get to choose our targeting. And so this is really cool. So we can choose 2 options. If we have a bunch of addresses in our database, we can hit target my database. And then, you know, we can send out a postcard for people that are already in our sphere. But if we don't want to do that and we just want to target based off of an address, all we have to do is hit local targeting. And then now we can just choose an address and kind of choose our radius around that.
Okay.
We'll dive into that. Once we hit configure targeting, you'll see all of it. That's my favorite part.
Dude, that is my favorite part too. I love that.
just the visual.
It is.
But then we look down at the budget and we choose how many postcards we want, and then, the postage class. Something that I'll take a note of here over on the right side, and we have a few different options for how these postcards look. And,
Okay.
for each postcard, they have different, pricing for their standard, for their first class. So kind of just see, whatever works best for what you're trying to do. I'm going to go with the modern template.
I kind of, dude, I kind
What
of
are you
like
thinking?
the default template and the contemporary
The
template.
contemporary one. These are cool.
Yeah,
I like
it. I like it kind of just to fill out the whole thing.
That's fair. You know what? I'll agree with you on that. I'll go default template on this one.
I mean, it's a little bit more expensive, but
Definitely. Yeah, worth it. If we don't want to go standard, I'm going to go first class on that.
I would
then maybe for the postcard quantity, what are you thinking? What's a good number here?
Usually when we get just listed or just sold, we mail out to the 200, 250 around there. So 200 is good.
200. Perfect. $198. So now we have all of this configured. We can actually preview this postcard here. We can see what it's going to look like. Amazing. Hercules Drive just sold. We
Bam.
can flip over to the back, see what that looks like. And so one thing that this is missing, right, is going to be that QR code.
Yep.
So if I scroll to the bottom here, we see that we have the ability to turn this on. And so if I hit turn on this tracking, what this is going to do, it's going to add a QR code to your postcard. And once scanned by the recipient, they'll be taken to a page where their contact information is captured and tracked back into this campaign. Cool. So we're going to want to actually choose a landing page that we've already created. So if that's cool, I'm going to open up a new tab really quick and see if we can make a landing page. Or do you want to hold off?
Yeah, really quick, just so I can answer questions up to this point. One good question, and I don't know the answer to this because I've never tried under 150.
Okay.
Is there a minimum to how many postcards we can send? Like 5? Or
Last
one?
night I did a campaign with one postcard.
Did they charge you like $100 for that one postcard?
I was charged 59 cents this morning from my bank account.
Easy. All right, that answers your question, Ruby. I had never tried that. Thank you, Blake, for testing that feature out.
I had to make sure it worked. Yeah.
I love that. Let's see, Carlos. Well, first of all, we helped out. The question said, "Hey, you answered my question. I couldn't find the listings because of exactly what you just said." So, hands together for that one. Do they charge for the printing and graphics design aside from the postage?
No, so we're doing the designing part right now. So that's like what you get with Command.
Yeah.
All we're paying for is the postcards themselves.
That's it. Yep, you're doing it all, unless obviously you paid somebody outside and then uploaded it.
Very true.
Like what Blake did at the beginning. Can we do market update postcard in Command?
Ooh, what a segue. That's what I was actually planning on doing right after this.
All right, so stay tuned for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Can we add our own logo? Yeah, you can. So we'll show you that right after. Ruby, yes, good job, Ruby. Thank you. Once we put in our contact info, is this set for all future postcards?
I wish, but unfortunately, no. This is kind of a custom per basis thing. So every time you make a postcard, you'd have to re-enter.
All right, and then I'm going to go through really quick and explain how the QR code works. It's super easy. It used to be super tough, because you used to have to download the app, and then you had to use the app to open it up, and then the difficult part was really that the iPhone made it really tough.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's super simple for you or for anybody else who has an iPhone, because that's what we use, to just open up your camera. You literally just open up your camera and see I'm on my camera section, and you take a picture of the QR code, and all of a sudden at the very top has a little drop down, and you click on it and it takes you directly to where the QR code is pointing you. In this case, when you hover over the QR code that Blake is going to show you on that postcard, and you take that picture, it's going to populate at the very top. It's be like, hey, you just took a picture of this. Click on the link above, and you click it, and then it takes you to that listing. So do we have an example of that? Or when you populate it, I'll just take a picture and I'll show it on my phone. How's that?
That's perfect.
That'll work. That way you guys can see that. So that's actually a really good question. Where does a card get printed and shipped from? Is the 59 cents included in the postage? Blake.
Yeah. So it's through a company called Real Mailers. So essentially all we're doing is just sending them, the targeting information and then the postcard, and then they take care of everything else on their end. So that 59 cents that we're seeing is pretty much just covering their costs.
Perfect. This one I just have to answer over here. Good question here coming up. What would the reason be that I don't have the add campaign button on my screen?
Like create a new campaign?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened to me earlier. Just make sure that you have your screen stretched out all the way.
You'd like to answer that one.
Yeah. I went full screen and then it popped up. I don't know what the deal is there.
All right, and then let me answer a couple more, and then we'll get into the QR code, which is exciting. Lisa, you can definitely print them on your own. You just have to download them and then send them to whoever you want to print, or you can print them on your printer, but they're not going to be the same quality unless you have an amazing printer, right? And that's different. So yeah, you can definitely do that. When is the card sent out? After you design and pay for them. For us, it was sent out within about 5 days. What was yours, Blake?
Within like the week. Within the week they were delivered.
Yep, good. Same with mine. So with mine, this company that sends the postcards has access to the addresses for the area. Or did I miss it? That's coming up. We'll show you that. We just wanted to pause and answer some questions. What would be the reason that I don't have? Oh, you already answered that one. Last question. We have a newsletter we mail to 450 clients. We currently print labels. The export only allows you to export 50 at a time. Can we export or print labels?
Coming very soon. It was actually something that was, so like the tech people at the top were given this feature early. So currently I can export all my contacts and export all my mailing labels. So very, very, very soon, everybody's going to be able to do that. So hold tight.
Hold your horses. It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to you, Beck. Let's get into the QR code because I want to scan that thing.
Okay, perfect. So we need somewhere to kind of go, right? So we need this QR code to connect to a landing page. So what I want to do is actually, I'm going to open up a new tab. I don't want to disrupt anything here. So I just want to open up a new tab. I'm going to go back into Command. And we did the whole video on this. It's on Tristan's YouTube channel right now for sites and landing pages. But I'm going to just go and walk through this real quick. On the Consumer tab down here, right, all the way at the bottom, I'm going to hit Create a New Site. And then for this to kind of be connected, I have to do this as a standalone page, right? It has to be a landing page. And then I'll hit Create. And so just like we did a couple weeks ago, we're going to take in a few of these widgets on the right side and bring them over to the left to kind of build out our site. So I'm going to just take over, a branded header. I'm just going to literally click and drag it over. Then I'm going to choose a listing because we're trying to, give more info, right?
Easy.
And then at the bottom, we're going to do a lead capture form.
Cool. And I just posted up that that YouTube recording that we did. That way, people that missed it have it. Go.
Perfect. Yeah, go check that out for sure. But once we have all the widgets dragged in, this says Texas. We're going to customize it, but all we're looking at it is the layout, and I think this looks pretty good with the listing there, the lead capture form, and then a little download my app widget. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to rename this one just so it matches. We're calling this Hercules. And then I'm going to hit configure widgets in the bottom right-hand corner. This is key, right? So we dragged everything in, boom, configure widgets. And then we just have to go down that list, make sure that everything is configured, just like we do everything else. We need some green check marks all the way down. So we're going to go to our branded header. We're going to put in a header text. Let's just make this one simple. This is a just sold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Save and apply. We'll go back. We see all we have to do is configure this listing. So to configure it, I'm just going to hit Browse Listings, search for that property address we were using before, which was 2284 Hercules. Boom, got it right here.
I see it.
We can choose a header image from the listing or upload our own. Since we sent out the postcard with that custom image on it, I actually kind of want to match that up just so maybe there's a little bit of recognition there. Yep. So I'm going to do the same thing where I'm just going to click to browse, go into my computer, and then pull up that high resolution image of Hercules.
Nice.
Then I just hit save and apply, and boom, now this widget has been totally customized for this address. So we see,
love that, dude.
The image to match the postcard, some property details, and then all of the photos from the property. Perfect. Lead capture form, we're good to go. So now that I'm really happy with this, I'm actually just going to hit publish page, top right corner, and that's going to kind of finish it off for us. So I'm going to hit publish, hit yes, and we're good to go. We now see that in our landing pages, we have an active one here. It's called Hercules. So if you had questions about that, definitely go watch the other video, but I'm going to go back over to my campaign for the postcards, back to safety. This is what we were looking at before. So then when I see this QR code tracking, see, I might have to, let's see if it'll pull up.
Then you just go and find the right one.
I just made it. So that's what, let's see.
Maybe you have to refresh the page.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's save it as a draft real quick.
Perfect.
Didn't think about that ahead of time.
You know, I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah, I am.
I think we should just end this right here.
I think so. I just cut it off half an hour early. Let's see. I'll go back into it, hit edit campaign on this one. Now that it's loading, it should be able to pull it up for us.
Perfect. This is good that you showed that because it's going to be something that people go through anyway.
It's something that happens for sure. So I'll click tracking on that. And then if I scroll down to the bottom of this list, there we go. There's our Hercules page that we just made.
Blake, I know you were sweating for like a second.
I was trying to think. I was thinking about what I was going to say if it wasn't there, and now we were going to kind of roll out of it. But
it better be there, damn it.
Yeah. I'm glad that worked out.
Oh, me too.
All right. So we're looking over everything here. If I hit preview that postcard, when I look on the back, I can actually see that QR code now. So let's see. I don't know, Tristan, if you want to try to use your phone on that.
Yeah,
see if we can
let
get
me
that
try
to work.
this, and then I'll see if it works. Then I'll share my phone. Perfect. So yeah, it did work. So let me just jump on and share my phone. I'm gonna grab. All right. So pay attention, guys. I'm gonna share. First of all, let me grab that. Where's my phone? Phone. Oh, it wants me to reinstall this. It should be 2 seconds. Good. Ready to go. That's a fast reinstall. I'm really happy with that.
Not bad, yeah.
Dang, that was fast. All right. So I'm gonna go. Oh, but I had to take a picture of your screen. So hold on. You know what? Let me unshare this.
Okay.
Go ahead and share your screen again. I'm gonna take a picture of that so I can just go back to it. All right. Let me grab that. All right. Picture taken. Now, let's say I just got this postcard in the mail and I'm like, ooh, I'm excited. This is kind of cool. Let me take a look at it. Let me open it up. And let me share my phone with you again. Share. All right. Zoom. All right. And I'm like excited. I'm like, ooh, I want to see, I'm going to just point directly on there. And at the very top of my phone, you see that Safari button that just popped up. It says openpages.kw.com in Safari. I didn't even have to take a picture of it. I just had to hover over it and it did it. Now, when I click it, it's going to take me to that specific property. How sexy is that, dude? That is the sexy button. You did put a sexy button in there, Blake.
Yeah, there's a little shortcut there, yeah.
I love it. All right, and that's really how easy it is. That's the power of what QR codes are now because the iPhone made it easier. Androids, does Android work the same way where you hover over it, or do you have to have it?
It does, yeah.
So Android did have that before the iPhone, but
much like
now
a lot of things, yeah.
Because the iPhone has it. So.
We're living in an iPhone world. What can we say, you know?
So one person said they could not see what I was doing, so their screen must.
I think that was right before you started sharing when it was on the black part.
All right, so back to you, buddy. Let's go to continue on that section because I'm excited.
Cool. All right. So we have the preview here. We see the front and the back of what our postcard's going to look like. So this is good to go. I'm actually just going to hit step 2, configure targeting. Sure you want to create this campaign? Yes. We see what's happening here is it's connecting with real mailers. So it's kind of putting in all of that information. And so now this is the cool part, right? So we see it went based off of that address that we connected for the listing. And it's actually just going to show us these homes around that area, just depending on how many we target. So we did 200. So it's showing us like this whole area here. But if we make this, more or less, it's just going to expand or decrease that area. So we can make it very hyper local to that house, or a little bit more widespread. That part's amazing.
This is this is really good.
Exactly. Yeah. And then if we want to get like more specific with it, we just go down the side here and we can kind of choose, whether we want this to be single family, multifamily. And we've used this, when we're sending out postcards like for condos, so we can kind of make that distinction. But, then we could choose bedrooms, square footage, year built, just so we can kind of, match up to houses that are similar to ours. And then, last sold for, so we can actually choose the year, anytime between 1800 and 2020 that it was sold for. So maybe we don't want to target people that just bought a home, but, they've been in there for a little bit. We can definitely do that. We can go back a little bit further, see people that bought between 1800, 1848, look for those people that have, really been dedicated, been living in that home for a while. And then we can choose,
I love that, man. That's
amazing. Last sold for, we can make this so specific. It's crazy. Then we're choosing postage class, standard mailer, first class. And then we're going to send a copy to our company address as well.
Yeah, that's where you get a copy and you know how it looks.
Exactly. And so then depending on like the number of homes that we're targeting to, it's going to affect the total that we're spending here. So the more postcards we send, the higher number this is going to be. For what we chose, 50 postcards came out to about no homes in that. Let's see. $161 for that. Then all we have to do is hit next, and then that locks it in. Let's see, I didn't want to buy 100 cards. Let's see, we'll just do the one. There we go. $1.98. You make a payment, it'll pull up, you have to enter in your email, card number, month and year, CSV, and then you can actually hit remember me on this. So this is something that you only have to do the one time, and then it'll save. Well, and then after we do that, we can see like the previews here, and then we can pull the trigger on this campaign, and then it'll be sent out almost like right away.
All right, perfect. Now we got the front and the back. Dude, that front looks nice. We picked a good one.
I think that was a good call to go with that default where it's stretched out.
And some people were asking if we could add the commas to the amount. Well, it just showed up. The comma showed up automatically.
For the price there?
Yep.
Yeah, no, that should format by itself for sure.
Here's one thing that I was wondering earlier. What do you think maybe if we change some of the text to just point to the fact that there is a QR code?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, depending on where you're mailing it to, some people they'll just kind of skip the whole thing and be like, "Oh, there's a QR code."
Exactly. Let me
scan the QR code or point your phone at the QR code.
That's exactly it. Yeah, I want that last sentence to pretty much direct people, like a call to action, pretty much of what they need to be doing. Yeah. And so, let's see. I think I'm already past the target.
Yeah, don't even worry about it.
Can't go back. Yeah.
Point that out to you.
That's a good note, though.
So let's say we sent this out. We're done. Let's go to the second part of this that you wanted to do, which was the market stats, right?
Definitely. Yeah. So this is going to be something that we're doing a little bit more custom, like on our own. So this one, we're actually going to have to make the designs inside of the design center. So if we remember, I think we've done something like this before with our listing presentations, right? So we go to the designs tab down here. Designs, and then if you don't see anything here, don't worry, nothing's wrong. All we have to do is click this blue plus sign in the bottom right hand corner. So we click this plus, and then we choose what kind we want. So postcards, that's a form of print, so we're going to choose our print templates, and we're going to hit next.
I love that.
All right, cool. And so now so far, not too bad. So we can just look down the side here. We have all these different templates. And so on the social ones where they have, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, these formats are, jumbo postcards, flyers, large postcards, standard postcards. And they have these for almost everything. The for sale, we could make standard postcards. A price update, we could make postcards for. Something that I think is amazing, though, are these neighborhood snaps. So I'm going to go from flyers, door hangers, standard postcards. So these are the two templates I'm going to work with real quick. Let's see, what do you think, left or right?
Let's do right.
Cool. So hover over it, we're going to hit use. Then we'll get redirected to the design studio itself. All right. And so we have our little template here. And so we just have to make a few changes to this just to make it a little bit more custom. First thing that's definitely glaring to me is this Hey Barton Hills. So we want to switch that out with the neighborhood that we're targeting. So I'm going to go in with a plan, kind of the same postcard that I was sending before, where I want to target that Mount Olympus neighborhood. So I'm going to
just really quick.
Sure.
It says that a couple people are saying that the screen is black on their end. Let's just retry that again.
Yeah.
All right, let me give it a second. All right,
just reshared.
Let's see if that's working. Guys, can you see Blake's screen now where he's showing the, let's see, still a no for some people. For some people, they can see it. Okay, hold on. Can't. All right, who can see it? Yes, I can see it. I need yeses. Okay, mostly everybody can see it. So I have no idea why you can't see it. It could be that it's a glitch on Zoom on your end, but most people can see it. All right, so it's not on your end, Blake. I meant on their end.
For sure.
All right, so let's just go back about 30 seconds so people can see where you went to, and then we'll go
back.
Sure.
Yeah, so let me just back to the template library, right? So we opened up all of our templates. We went down into this listings category here, and we see we have all of these options. Then under listings, we have neighborhood snaps.
Love it.
And so, I click the format that I want. In this case, it's standard postcards. And then I choose which style I want. So we went for the one that's on the right. So hover over the right and then just click that red icon to hit use. Then we'll be redirected where we can actually make these changes.
Looking good.
All right. So we'll start with the text. So, hey, Barton Hills, your market is on the move. So I'm going to click on that text box to open up some options for it. And then this is important. Take one thing away. It's this. So a typewriter, or just right there at the top. Click into typewriter, and it makes it so easy to edit this text, rather than having to click into it. So I'm going to say, hey, Mount Olympus, your market's on the move. All right, perfect.
Easy.
So it's a little bit skewed there, so let's drag it out. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. I just have to take it in from the corner, and then I can readjust it.
Just
kind of play around with that until it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I want to actually swap out the data for this Barton Hills neighborhood. That's not what we're looking for.
No.
So I click on it, right? And then I'm going to look on these side tabs for the KWLS. So it's right underneath the logos.
It won't show up until you click on it, guys. That's
yeah.
Thing that you see it disappeared on the left. I was like, what's happening with mine? And then I clicked it. I was like, oh, there it is. That makes sense. So
exactly. You're not sure what's going on there, but it's like you have to click on the image that you want to swap out, and then you have the option to come down here to the KWLS.
Boom.
And so our first option is to actually search for a listing, which is incredible. But we see the other option here is for snapshots.
That's what we want.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So just kind of to take that path one more time, click on the image, hit KWLS, and then hit snapshots.
Easy.
And so from here, we can either search for a neighborhood name or a postal code. I'm trying to get this really hyper local, so I'm going to target Mount Olympus. I find the one that matches up. It's right here. So I hit that drop down, and then we have three options. And so we just look for the one that we're trying to match up on our postcard. So it's this little landscape one.
I like it.
And so then I just hover over, and then two things I could do here. I could pick it up and drag it over to swap it.
Mm-hmm.
Or I just hover over and then hit replace image.
Easy.
Either way, we're doing the same thing. All right. And so now we have that kind of taken care of. And so what I would do, let's see, it's going to be a little stingy here.
We're going to remove this. There we go. Oh, yeah. You just moved it slightly. You ruined it.
Okay, there we go. I ruined it. That's
Okay,
it. That's good. All right, perfect. So I want to swap this image out anyway. So what I'm going to do, I have my images here, right? And
Yep.
so I could either choose something from my library, add in a picture of my own, or I could just look through all these stock images that we have available, which I don't think they're too terrible here. So I'll look under house types, and then we're going to find something that looks a little bit Hollywood Hills-esque.
Let's see.
I'm going to say
mountain pictures.
Let's see. I don't think we have anything hills related, but this one did have a palm tree. So I'm going to say that's close enough. So I'm going to hover over this one and then hit replace. And then this is our new photo for Mount Olympus.
Okay. I'll buy that.
You'll buy it?
Yeah. Kind of.
Appreciate that.
Not bad.
I wish we had, see, you know what? All right, fair enough. Let's do it. So let's add.
I'm just messing with you, Blake.
Let's see. No, I can't take that. I can't accept it. So we're gonna import in our high quality.
Oh, there you go.
Hercules photo. And then we're gonna swap it out.
Nice.
Boom. Let's see, probably too high quality here. Let's see what happens.
Way too high quality for it.
I think I broke it.
You did break it. All right, so let's just go back to there.
We're gonna go back to that other one. I think this was okay. I don't know why. I went back on it. This is perfect. Right.
I like that.
Cool. And so then, pretty happy with the front. That looks okay.
Yeah.
And so if I see here at the bottom, we have pages, and so I can click up to see what this looks like. I have one of two pages, and so then on this back one, this is going to be the back of it. And so the same way that we did on the other, we're going to just go and we can click on the text, hit typewriter to swap it out. So, instead of agent name, we're typing in that.
Easy.
Swapping in, our headshot, our DBA name, any kind of logo that we have swapped out. And this is your chance where, if you're saying I wanted to bring in my own logo, this is where you could do something like that, where, you have a lot more freedom to customize. So if you're looking for something more along that route, this is where I would go in, even if it was just for a property. So I swap in a DBA name. I could choose this, whether I'm doing, the neighborhood snap, trying to advertise why people should list with me.
Cool.
And then something that I've kind of thought of, the same way that we're doing QR codes there, we could do something similar here if we were to go create our own QR codes. But so it's an option there, but it's just not going to be as easy. But what I would definitely want to do.
Yeah, download the app. It's not too bad. I mean, you can have that.
Exactly. So I think that I'm okay with that. So, I would find my app URL from my dashboard because we pasted it there, or from, my document with all my important links that I've put together, or from the consumer tab itself. But either way, I'm going to get this KW app URL and I'm going to paste it in, something like that. Looks like, right? So I hit save changes. It's good to go. This is going to be the area where everything's printed on, so I want to leave that a little bit blank. But once I'm kind of happy with everything, I've made the appropriate changes, I'm good to go. What I'm going to do is actually just hit download. And then I'm going to want to download this as a PDF, right? So I'm going to go from JPEG to PDF. And then I want to make sure that I'm downloading all designs. I want to get both pages there, okay? And then the last change is I'm going to change quality from web to high resolution print quality because we want these to look good when they come. So high resolution, and then we're going to hit start download. It's going to take a second. We're going to see in the top left corner here, it's going to say preparing, and then we're going to be good to go, download ready. And so now, if you didn't want to use the real mailers inside of Command, you wanted to use a different printer, you just have to take this PDF, and then send it off for printing. And it's going to work the exact same way.
Dude, I love that. Good job on that. That's really nice. Now, let's see. Let's get some questions here because we have a few. I left all the questions out just so that we can get through that smoothly.
Perfect.
That one was answered. Is the app link a hyperlink? I mean, it wouldn't matter because nobody can click on it when you see it on the postcard. That's why he was saying maybe we could do a QR code instead. We could definitely do that. All right, cool. If we send it by email, I mean, does that go as a PDF? It depends if it's a live PDF. I haven't tested that out. When you download it as a PDF, there will it be hyperlinked?
My experience has been that these aren't live, and so I haven't been able to get any like links off of a PDF.
All right, cool. All right, we had a lot of I can see, I can't see. Let me just get those out. I can't see it. I can see it. Yes, yes. Thanks. By the way, thanks for letting us know that we can or can't see it. Helps us out a little bit. All right. How did you put the QR code on the postcard? Can you go to that section? Because I thought that might have been confusing for a couple people.
Definitely. Okay, so let's do a new one. Create a new campaign. So let's just say this is just a test one, trying to advertise a listing. We set up our campaign, we fill out all the info, and then it's actually at the bottom of the screen here on the right side, right? So it says QR code, and then there's a little toggle for tracking. So we just want to make sure that we have that turned on.
And once you have it on, one thing you want to remember also is that you'll only be able to choose from those pages that you've created. So if you haven't created anything, it's not going to really lead into anything. I don't even know if you have any choices unless you create something.
Yeah, no, you'd have to have a landing page there to hook this up for sure.
Then if you forgot how to do landing pages, you can go to our YouTube.
The other one you could choose is the agent site homepage. So not totally similar, but it's a little shortcut where if you have your website set up, you could guide people there. You
got it. Good point. Good point. All right, let's see. Do you recommend a QR code generator site? So we can grab that picture and add it to there. There's a lot you could choose from. These are already built in, so it's super easy for us to have those in command. Can you show how you would make a call to action? Like on the main page. Yeah, go ahead and let's show that one.
Cool. So when we're looking like at our postcard, let me just attach a listing here. So we're gonna, all listings, all statuses, and then we'll search for that property address. 2284 Hercules.
Love it.
And so then we see it actually brings in like this little bit of description, right? And so when we hit preview, that's what's showing up on the back of the postcard here. And so if I'm doing any kind of like call to action, directing people to scan that QR code, that's where it needs to be. That's what Tristan had mentioned just before this here. So like in this description, I might go like all caps here and say, scan the QR code on the side for more photos and info. Really just kind of directing people there. And so when I hit save, I look at this postcard, that's what's showing up just right beside that. So making it just as clear as possible, that's what I'm trying to direct people to do.
I think that's the key, just making it as clear as possible. Some people won't know that that's even a QR code. So
right.
Point that out. Dude, so what are we covering next week, man?
Oof.
You want to do emails?
Emails. Yeah, let's do it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is it working well enough to do it?
We're gonna make it work. We're gonna show what we can do to send some emails out of command.
I love it, dude. I love it. All right. So everyone, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you being on. And again, if you want this recording, it'll be up in about 2 days, hopefully, in our YouTube channel. And let me see if I can put it up one more time. I'll go through that. Grab that. Very good. Landing pages. I'll put up the landing pages one just in case you do need that one, because you do need that if you don't know how to do it. There it is. Go ahead and click subscribe and click the little bell. And then Blake, I think I might take some bets as to what baseball team hat you're going to wear next week. So we'll.
Okay. Well, I got 30 of them. So
I figured you would when I keep on seeing a different hat every time.
Yeah, I got these 47 snapbacks. I have 30 of them.
I'm going to be like Vegas. All right. We're going to take some wagers.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for being on, Blake. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks everybody for coming out.
Bye.